Hi, my name is Vikram Shroff. I head the HR law practice at Nishit Desai Associates, and I'm going to cover in brief the employment and labor related proposals that have been introduced in the Union Budget 2014, which was passed this morning. One of the major changes that the government has announced is in relation to the Provident Fund Act, India's biggest social security law for employees, where the limit for coverage is proposed to be increased from rupees 6,500 per month to rupees 15,000 per month. This is considered a huge change because it's going to include a lot of employees who are not earlier covered under the social security law and would now be covered. In addition, the provident fund contributions for employees would also stand increased, and that would result in an increased salary cost for the employer, and as a result of that the employer might need to restructure the compensation package for its employees. But the bottom line is that it would basically increase the cost of doing business from a employee salary threshold. The pension limit that is also covered under the same law is proposed to be increased to 1,000 rupees per month, as a result of which the government is going to be assuring employees of a pension of a minimum threshold, which minimum didn't really exist previously. Another labor law called the Apprentices Act was also proposed to be amended and made a reference in this budget. Apprentices Act is one of the oldest labor laws in the country and provides for training of students who have freshly graduated. This law, while in place since a long time, was not effectively implemented by the government, and even corporates didn't really participate, and as a result of which the true benefits of this law were not really seen. But in line with the government's proposal to re-look at the Apprentices Act and change a few provisions, it is proposed that the corporates would start participating in this as a result of this law and provide training to students, and hopefully that would end up increasing the skill set and the talent pool. One of the proposals is also that the law included a reference to criminal punishment in case of violation of the law, and there is a proposal to do away with that, giving corporates more confidence to comply with the provisions of the law. Another law that was referred in this budget was in relation to the Employment Exchanges Act, where corporates are required to notify the employment exchanges of vacancies that are recruitment related vacancies that are available in their corporates, in their companies. Again, this is one law which was not effectively administered and implemented in the country. The government has proposed that the employment exchanges that have been set up would be their scope would be re-looked, and in addition to providing corporates with profiles of suitable candidates, the employment exchanges, the setup would also look to skill development and talent work, as a result of which the employment exchanges would end up playing a much more critical role in the country than it used to in the past, and could serve the sort of middlemen between the colleges and corporates, so that the training can be efficiently imparted and the students who come freshly out of college are made available to the corporates. These were like the important sort of references of in relation to the labor laws that the finance minister spoke of in the budget. In addition, and with the government's view to reduce the unemployment and increase the employability, a few other proposals have also been indicated. Obviously, from a legal standpoint, there would be a need for proper notifications to come, as a result of which the changes would be implemented, and to that extent we would await for the notifications to be introduced for the changes to be made effective. Thank you.